Everyone, my name is Nguyen, and today I'm gonna talk about my company, the IELTS workshop. First of all, we are gonna talk about the HR decision-making process. According to Nicholas Skill from Transylvania University of Brussels, there are three main steps in HR decision-making process. Uh, the first one is identification. In the first stage, the problem is thoroughly analyze. The manager collect the data from the various sources. They apply mathematical and statistical method to the gathered data and use the result to maintain decision making. The second one is decision component buildings. While presenting an alternative in the second phase, the manager evaluate all possible combination, constraints, and limitation as a result of every possible decision until they are taken into account. Then statistical and mathematical equation are proper. The result is to be a list of decision options to which successful probabilities are associated. The final one is implementation. Manager use the information that gathered and argument made while forming the decision to create a plan of implementation. It should be decide what step need to be taken in what order to give a change a solid foundation. In this stage, a support system can be used to collect and analyze data within the organization to implement managerial decision. Another model of the decision-making process was made by Robin and Cotter. Move to the next one. In general, we can look at the decision-making process mapping here. In the first stage, the problem is thoroughly analyzed. The manager collects data from the various sources. They apply mathematical and statistical method to the gather data and use the result to maintain decision making. While presenting an alternative in the second phase, the manager evaluates all possible combination, constraint, and limitation as a result of every possible decision until they are taken into account. Then statistical and mathematical equations are proper. The result is to be a list of decision options to which successful probabilities are associated. Uh, the next one, we can show that people and data are two main internal factors that directly affect the decision-making process. The most important factor influencing the decision-making process is the personality of the manager. The most important factor influencing the decision-making process is the personality. In an era when machines have been taking over much of the work people used to do, a new trend is emerging. It is a manifesto for human value in a world dominated by automation and artificial intelligence. People are often the one who make decisions based on their good feeling. Machine, on the other hand, can only use scenarios and data to make decisions. This means that data may not lead to better decisions as people factor in all sorts of potential scenarios that machine cannot take into consideration. This is most evident in the decision component building section. Humans can completely make decisions that make friends and take risks, not necessarily looking at the statistical numbers. It is the same audacity that can do wonders for that decision making process. Surely, with all the football fans, everyone had has heard of this man names as well as great things he has done with Manchester United. However, in this example, we will be taking about signing Cristiano Ronaldo to the show to show the manager influence in HR decision making. The first step is to receive analysis and evaluation information of the recruitment department from the club for potential candidates. Then he went to the place to see Ronaldo play, and right in the first time he realized the great potential of these players. And the last step will be different from different when he saw the opportunity and Sir Alex decided to make a decision. This was the key to helping Manchester United overcome opponents who were said to have more advantage in this race, such as Arsenal and Real Madrid. Ronaldo finally went down in the club history with 118 goals scored, with the Old Trafford team winning countless trophies, big and small. It can be said that one of the factors that have the great technology, especially AI, is increasingly developing and it's helped HR a lot. Influence on HR decision making process in technology. This is considered an external influence because when new technology are introduced, the HR department can start looking at how to downsize and look for the ways to save money. A job that used to take 2 to 4 people could be cut to one down by a single person. Tomoko Suihara, recruitment director at SoftBank Group, said using AI in screening tens of thousands of job applications has helped us cut our total labor time up by 75% from last month. We also start implementing AI in evaluating videos submitted by candidates. The time set by AI allows recruiters to spend more time on potential candidates as well as assess the suitability of candidate for each position. In order to better understand a well-thought out analyze the strength of weakness in HR decision-making process of the IELTS workshop, I went to interview Mr. Ngọc, Deputy General Director of the company. We'll talk about the impact of technology on the company first. As Mr. Ngọc shared, the IELTS workshop has applied very advanced software in assessing the work performance of workers. From there, to help the company manager and manager capture the true value of each individual productivity. From there, there will be an appropriate bonus to encourage worker morale and increase productivity. The strength of the company is that it has senior manager and has a lot of professional experience. So the arising problem in the company every day are solved quickly to minimize the impact on production. However, the company still keep the old organizational structure, so there are still many cumbersome procedures and steps that have not been optimized. Mr. Ngọc also shared that university students must pay special attention and give priority to professional knowledge, then teamwork skill as well as soft skills, and finally continuously update, learn about market research related to your future field. And that's all my presentation. Thank you for listening.